Hello everybody, my dear English-speaking friends, clients, astrology lovers and followers. Here is Olga from sunny Costa Rica. I am back after a short break that I was forced to take. I'm back with a new video today, and I am getting back to regular videos on my channel. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and you will see a lot of new material, a lot of surprises in the closest future. And yes, I'm updating so many things in my work. I'm changing my website, redesigning it, and there will be new services in the future, and the new presentation, the new way to share with you the information on astrological subjects, and also on tarot and French cards Lenormand. I'm getting back to regular weekly horoscope starting from the new moon of March 17th, but today, in order to make this transition, in a soft way, I would like to present you a rather short and simple video about the retrograde phase of Jupiter that will start on March 8th and that will last until July 10th, 2018, of course. I will describe shortly the symbolism of Jupiter, and I will give you advices what is better not to do during this transit, and what is the retrograde phase of Jupiter is suitable for. Yes. So Jupiter is a social planet that in the planetary hierarchy comes before Saturn. We all know that. The orbital cycle of Jupiter is 12 years. The retrograde cycle is 1 year. That is, within 1 year, Jupiter is retrograde during 4 months. 4 months retrograde phase each year. The qualities of the planet: expansiveness, generosity, optimism, enthusiasm, freedom. Jupiter incarnates our desire for development, for freedom, for the faith and spirituality. Jupiter expresses the expansion of consciousness, humor, philosophy, travels. From psychological point of view, Jupiter symbolizes the process of our growth and expansion of our worldview, the experience of faith and grace. And of course, health-wise, Jupiter corresponds to blood circulation, liver, hips, upper forehead, glycogen, and pancreas. We all know that Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system, and for that reason the ancients attributed to it everything that was and is associated with the growth, expansion, prosperity and abundance. That's why Jupiter is associated with expansion, with connection with something greater than our own personality. And this includes all forms of physical and tangible abundance and fulfillment of the real physical world, as well as matters of a spiritual and philosophical nature. If Mercury controls the lower mind, then Jupiter is responsible for the higher mind, which borders the spirituality. And Jupiter is the planet that says yes to almost everything. It is ready to violate all restrictions and to explore new territories. Freedom and independence are very important to this planet. However, Jupiter is prone to exaggeration and to the excessive optimism. We all know that, how you are Sagittarius, because Jupiter is the master of, the ruler, the master in French, maître, the ruler of your sign. As I said, Jupiter is the social planet, but is the first of the social planets. Like Saturn, which comes after in the hierarchy, Jupiter has a huge influence on our interaction with the society as individuals. It helps us to see both the image of the society as a whole and also its details, so us and the universe. us and the society, us and the universe. Jupiter is the planet that is responsible for our perception of the religion, and all the qualities and remarkable experiences associated with Jupiter can be reduced to the question of our faith in our true spiritual, eternal, and perfect nature. And as we take a step towards faith, our feelings of separation, sadness, or of the lack of something disappear, and we experience a flow of happiness, joy, and endless wealth. But we must not forget that we should not live by counting only on the events of the supreme plan without actively participating in our own lives. We are asked to learn to sow the seeds of our convictions and of our knowledge in the soil of reality, and to live them every day without shunning the responsibility for the physical world. So this was the brief description of the symbolism that we all know, but I will give you my advices about the retrograde phase. So the retrograde phase, as I said, starts on March 8th and ends on July 10th, and the stationarity, or the points of stationary Jupiter, is on the 8th of March, the 23rd degree of Scorpio, when Jupiter slows down and starts the retrograde movement, and the 13th degree of Scorpio, when the planet will get back to its direct, when it will resume its direct movement. Jupiter is in Scorpio, don't forget that, and it accentuates the theme of finances, because this sign, Scorpio, is associated with big sums of money. We don't talk about cash here, we talk about loans, mortgages, credits, actions, insurances, testaments. Okay, it's time to analyze and to reassess our financial plans. In addition, also, okay, besides the theme of finances, Scorpio is a mystical sign, so we can see the awakening of interest in the study of mysterious phenomena, of metaphysics, occultism, and possibly magics, knowledge and practice of these things. Jupiter retrograde also emphasizes it emphasizes spiritual and philosophical themes. The time is suitable for the resumption of social and economic projects related to Jupiter themes: higher education, legal issues, charity, international relations, research, religion, and philosophy. For many people, their life can seem suddenly boring, so the desire to get what they want at any cost also can wake up. They would like to go, to live for an adventure, to escape from their boring life. Also during this transit, the attention should be paid to personal development and to internal growth. Maybe you will find falseness in in yourself or in others, in other people's behavior. Try to determine how exactly you are betraying your true essence. Perhaps you are playing unusual roles, unusual for yourself. Jupiter retrograde can create confusion and chaos in the areas for which it is responsible: legal affairs, higher education, travel, research, relations with foreign countries. In the positive variant, the positive impact of the retrograde phase of Jupiter, we could see the emergence of new opportunities which are the result of the efforts made in the past, or opportunities coming from people with whom we had previously dealt with. In the negative variant, there is a risk of the return of problems in relationships that have not been resolved in the fullness of time. When I talk about problems in relationships, I don't mean a couple, because we don't talk about retrograde Venus. Jupiter is a social planet, so we talk about our relationship with other members of society. Okay. While Jupiter is moving backward, it's good to revise our vision of life, our ideas, ideals and beliefs. You see, it's not about cleaning the computer. It's about our plans on another scale, our philosophy of life, global goal of our life. So what is the retrograde phase of Jupiter suitable for? It's a social planet, but still on the personal level, if you talk about real concrete acts and deeds and what we could do really concretely. The moment is these 4 months. These are convenient moment for the resumption of what has been postponed or not completed in the past. For example, what could we do to complete the education interrupted before, like higher studies at the college or university, to resume the study of a foreign language, to go on a trip to a foreign country that we have postponed for later in the past, to travel having spiritual, educational or cultural goals, to restore a long lost friendships or past romantic relationships. It's also a good time to raise spiritual and philosophical issues and to clarify priorities in life. Now, the most important is what should not be done during the retrograde phase of Jupiter. To start a teaching activity and to start a legal activity like the work of a lawyer or a judge. On these 2 points, these two types of activities, there could be delays, obstacles, repetitions of situations. Of course, if you are already working as lawyers or teachers, we will not stop our activity, but there will be some delays and, as I said, repetition of situations. To initiate legal procedures, to look for a lawyer, a teacher, or a guru, to travel abroad for the first time. Here, once again, of course, we can travel to another country, but the trip may be postponed, cancelled, and delays and obstacles may occur during the trip on the way. To found tourist business, the business in the tourism, and in the activity that already exists, in the activity of the existing company, there also will be delays, obstacles. We will be forced to change many things in the structure of our company. What should be avoided? To establish contacts with foreigners. Once again, in the existing relations with foreigners, we should be ready to be slowing down in the cooperation. To launch campaigns of personal promotion in order to increase our popularity. The effect will be minimal or even harmful. Nobody will recognize our authority, which is symbolized by Jupiter, if we strive for during this transit. To ask for the promotion, unlikely. To see the results that somebody will give the promotion, no. To become a member of spiritual and religious societies, to begin spiritual practices, not a good idea neither. To buy expensive items, prestigious articles, articles of a certain known brand, luxury items, not good neither. To seek help from sponsors, concealers, politicians. Their generosity will be doubtful and questionable. We must be prepared for delays, obstacles on the part of the authorities and the law. By the way, the laws that will be adopted at this time during Jupiter retrograde will be reconsidered later, cancelled or modified. Jupiter symbolizes ambitions, authority, right? Ambitions and leadership aspirations should be tempered, as they will not be satisfied. And the last thing, you must check in your personal birth chart which house of your horoscope is ruled by Jupiter. That is, the cusp of which house of your chart is in the sign of Sagittarius, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So in this sphere or spheres, because for example in my case, my 10th house, the house of the sphere of career, and the 11th house are in Sagittarius. 2 houses. In these spheres of life, you will have delays and slowing downs. You will be led to revise the existing trends. So in these spheres, these areas, nothing new should be started. So this is like a personalized advice. My dear friend, this was very simple and short video. As I said, I need some time, to make this smooth transition towards more complicated videos, so that will of course come up during the next months. I want to thank you for your loyalty, for being here, for being faithful to my channel, and to be patient. I'm back this time. I will not disappear. Well, you never know, life is full of surprises. But once again, thank you for your time, for your attention, and talk to you very, very soon.